I'm Sagan. I'm a digital illustrator and art teacher, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something fun, a little sketchbook tour. I will show you my favorite pages, the messy ones, and a few ideas that turned into full pieces. So let's jump in. I really wanted to be able to finish my sketchbook and show it to you all, and this is the first one. As you can see, it's from 2023 and I finished this one in 6 months. Honestly, I was super excited about it. The first few pages of a sketchbook are always tough. You don't really know what to draw, so it usually ends up being a mess. But step by step, things get better, your hand warm up, and that's exactly what happened to me too. Here I tried to draw some scenes from a movie. I don't exactly remember which movie was it, but it didn't really go anywhere, so I moved on to another movie and same story. But that's okay because as we go on, things start getting better. And well, I want to show you this because sketchbooks usually reveal moments that most artists don't want to show anyone. After a few sketches, I got to this one, a little girl in a wheelchair dancing ballet, and suddenly an idea sparked. Sweet dream. That's why I turned her wheels into candy and tried to focus more on her legs and hand gestures, and that's how these tiny little sketches came to be. Then I colored this with acrylic and posted on YouTube. I will make sure to link it for you to see the whole process. I really loved it and I still think it could become a children's book illustrations idea or something like that. I don't know, but I should think more about it. Then some warm-up sketches, and after that the lovely animation turning red. I tried to study and practice the characters a bit, and that led me to revisit, some older animations and work on their facial expressions and poses too. This really helps you to get better at drawing, but don't worry, you're not copying, you're just learning. And later, you will see those studies, poses, expressions in your own work. It helps you a lot. And yes, we got to the point where I decided to draw dancers and moving poses. That's when I decided to recreate one of my old pieces. From almost 10 years ago, I called it Dance with the Angel of Death. I did this both digitally and with acrylics, and I've always loved how it turned out. I designed a lot of poses, but this one stayed my favorite. Here for the first time, I went out sketching with art group in our city. We drew inside a church, and it was such a fun and interesting experience for me. Then some more studies from Encanto because I loved drawing moving figures. The animation was perfect for that with all the singing and dancing scenes. And over here, we've got studies from Castle in the Sky and Howl's Moving Castle. And this page, oh my god, this is a movie study from The Last of Us. It was such a beautiful show for me. I was watching it at the time and decided to practice different compositions. In the end, I picked a few and colored them. I even recorded a YouTube video of the process. I will share a link for you to watch. And here's the scene where Joel saves Ellie's life. So emotional and intense. Well, next page is a sketch of myself and my husband checking his phone, of course. I remember I wasn't feeling very happy at that time. Maybe I was a bit homesick or something like that. And you can actually feel it in the characters. They all look a little sad. This character was from a photo. I was practicing pen sketching. After a while, I wanted to start bringing more ideas into my drawings. For example, mermaids are always shown as young and beautiful, ladies. So I wanted to draw old mermaids. I don't know why. I just love the contrast. So I started designing an old, beautiful lady who still takes care of herself and does her makeup, uses curls, and doing her nail. And I started sketching her but didn't finish it. I really loved her though, and I always think I should go back and work on her again. Even now, this design tempts me to paint it again after 2 years. You can see I made several sketches of her. I think I even colored one, but I don't remember, to be honest, if I ever posted. It never became exactly what I had in my mind, so I have to go back to it. I know. And here's an octopus doing her nail. It's so funny. I really love the idea. Here I practice life drawing male and female figures using a black pen, trying to capture the figure with as few lines as possible. I was really eager to start a Patreon, so I was constantly brainstorming ideas for it. I still love these two characters, and then more ink pen sketches. These ink pens still work after 2 years. Seriously, they are the best. I highly recommend them, and I will share the link if you want to get them. Here I worked from different references and started thinking of giving one of them a coloring tutorial idea for Patreon, like making her hair look like ocean waves. Some figure sketches again. If you notice, between the good drawings, there are always some messy ones where it seems like you don't know what you are doing. But that's the truth about sketchbooks. That's what they are for. Some days you are in the mood to draw, some days you are not. But you must keep drawing. Here I was watching a football game in the park and did some live sketches of people and kids. After a while, I realized I never draw male faces, so I challenged myself and I started drawing different male faces again. Then sketches from status, which really help you understand volume and light and shadow. And this page, well, and there is one drawing I honestly didn't like. I still don't. I don't know what you think, but be honest with me. Put it in the comment if you don't like it too. I know, it's not great. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, it happened to anyone. Figure drawing from a model. I remember I practiced along with one of Chris Hong's videos where she was studying references, and it was a really fun experience. And then boom, first semester of university. Just kidding. Actually, I remember I was explaining a 3D concept to my student and I accidentally drew it here. So, next page is nature, shoes, trees, my husband. That's all. As you can see, here I wrote drawing with Chris Hong on YouTube. Well, Chris is actually one of my favorite artists. I follow her a lot and learn so much from her. These were from a character design pack, different angles of one character. It's really important to keep them consistent. Besides keeping the characters consistent, I try to add my own personal style too. So here I started researching Chris Hong's approach, studying how she draws, and following her process helped my art a lot, especially with coloring. Always follow your favorite artist, watch their work and practice what they do. It really helps you learn how they got there and teaches you so much. Male figure sketches. I remember Chris Hong shared these references too, and I draw along. Then some different characters sketches over here. Look at that. Here is in the corner, I wrote, I want to draw a cute face, but they always turn out ugly. And honestly, that's true. I want to show the reality. You're not always perfect, and that's okay. Here's more attempts. And eventually, I kept sketching, and some ideas start to spark. Like this one character that I kept redrawing and developing until it became something that I loved. Then I decided to color it, and that became the little prince. I fell in love with it and even listed for print on my Etsy. Days went by with more sketches, and then tiny new ideas started to bloom, like a girl with lots of little flowers in her hair, cutting them with scissors. But later I thought, cutting flowers seems to be harsh a little, so I changed it, and she's brushing her hair instead, and I called it self-love. I loved how it turned out. I started coloring it digitally, and here's a print of it. In the following days, I practiced lighting and shading, focusing on shadows, and out of that, a little angel was born. I decided to work more on it, and eventually it became one of my favorite drawings. Then I made some tiny little sketches, and finally this became the finished piece. Then I went back to drawing boys and masculine faces again. Some nature sketches, something I'm not really good at it. I don't know why, but it's so difficult for me to draw nature, trees, flowers, anything. I just can't draw characters. So yeah, tell me what's your difficulties in drawing. What topics you cannot draw, what's hard to do for you. And then back to ink. It gives such a strong feeling to the work because there is no turning back, and that actually pushes you forward without fear. Sketches from different references, focusing mostly on hair. And here, drawings from New Masters Academy on YouTube. It was live drawing practice, which I really liked it. Then more figure sketches. Then I did a series of sketches shaded with a blending tool to give them more volume. And after that, some large size drawing using the same techniques, focusing on finding shadows. Also, more male face sketches again, and more drawings again. Here I wanted to design some playful kid characters, but I didn't manage to draw many of them. They stayed at this stage. Then I did characters with more focus on their hair. One inspired by trees and heart-shaped fruits, one with heart-shaped hair, and another one with bird-like hair, and another inspired by water or, bubbles. Remember those little characters? Here they are. First, I sketched them with a red pencil for the base, then outlined and shaded them with a navy blue pen. They turned out super cute. I loved their overall vibe, especially this one with glasses. Under it, I wrote P. That's meant for Patron. I know. I really need to find time to color these and post them on Patreon. The coloring process would definitely be useful for you all. And yeah, same with these two sketches. Remember at the start of a sketchbook I said I wanted to draw cute characters but I couldn't? Well, finally, here we are. After tons of sketches, they are so cute. This little girl character is actually my cousin's daughter. Her name is Nilda. One day when I was babysitting her, I drew her. She was so adorable, and she is. I love her so much. She's also supposed to be part of my Patreon. I definitely will do it very soon. When my YouTube gets monetized, I will start Patreon. I promise. These are the last few pages. I decided to work a bit with markers, and there are messy and tired sketches. I will put a link of all my materials that I use in this sketchbook. Make sure to have a look at the links in the description. Then another angel face, which eventually became this piece. And finally, in the last pages of my sketchbook, there is this cute little drawing I really loved. I call it Tea Party. It's basically friends sitting together and chatting about an art topic or something like that. At first, I wanted them to be 3 fairies, but later I turned them into 2 witches. And the final digital version is this piece. I also put this one on my Etsy as well. And these are the final sketches, a mix of pencil, ink, and marker. Again, with marker, I tried using only one color for the whole image and then added a bit of red around it to give it a vibe, And in July 2023, this was the final drawing in this sketchbook, done with pen and outline in red marker. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you get some ideas or inspiration for your own pages. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!